Hey guys, what's up? Was it actually even really canceled? I haven't heard anything about it being canceled. Yeah, it got canceled, unfortunately. Netflix canceled it. It's really a bummer. I was so upset. I saw it like this morning because I don't look at Twitter certain like days because like for example Motherland Fort Salem, like I don't look at it from like Tuesday night until after I've watched that episode so that way I don't get spoilers because I like follow so many people from like the cast from Motherland Fort Salem, so I was like I can't get on Twitter until after I'm done. Um and so I think it came out last night. Like Netflix canceled it last night. And I didn't see it till this morning. And then I was like, oh my god, I was so upset. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? First Teenage Bounty Hunters, now this? Nerea! I haven't seen you in forever. I miss you. Yeah, I told Anna about it too. I was like, do you remember that show that I was talking to you about the lesbian vampires? And she was like, yeah. I was like, they canceled it. Stupid. Fuck Netflix. I know. It was all over Twitter yesterday and the cast was posting about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, whenever it came out, I wasn't looking at Twitter because I didn't want to get spoilers until after I'd watched Motherland Fort Salem. But are we surprised? I mean, no, because a lot of people already thought it was going to get canceled because it didn't get renewed like so many, like, I mean, it was already, what, like a week after it came out and it wasn't renewed already, and it was really, I mean, it's really good. So a bunch of people were thinking that it was going to be canceled anyway. I'm not surprised, but I am surprised because it's a good show. It's the same thing as Julie and the Phantoms and Teenage Bounty Hunters. I don't understand why both of those shows were canceled. The only thing that I can think of is maybe there's not enough diversity in the demographics of the show, and like maybe it was just only people who were a part of the LGBT community were watching it, but then that's really dumb. Like as a whole, as a streaming service, you have to have some shows and some, like, a bunch of their shows and movies are about, like, have absolutely no LGBT community like representation at all in it. So I mean, I think we can get our own show, you know, like it's pretty agitating. The Wilds is done too. I know, I was upset about that one too. I think I was, I don't know which one I was more shocked by. I think I was pretty shocked by The Wilds because I think in my mind, like, a bunch of people just automatically assumed that we were getting a third season, and I want to say, I didn't know if they were, like, already, whatchamacallit, like, already filming season 3, but, like, they were talking about filming season 3, and so I think a lot of us just kind of automatically assumed that it was gonna, like, we were gonna get a season 3, and it just hadn't become official yet. So I think that's why, at least why I was surprised when it ended up getting canceled. But I guess the boys ruined it. The boys for The Wilds season 2 ruined it. It sucks. Trust Netflix to take away all the good shows and leave that 365 shit on. I don't even know what that is. But like, Netflix comes out with like a bunch of like super cheesy chick flick straight like heterosexual shit all the time, and like irritating. And like, even when First Kill came out, like just the posters, like I remember when we just got posters, we didn't even get like trailers of First Kill, nothing. When it was just posters we were getting of like promotional shit, like that was itself was trending. And so like, I'm so agitated. Can you tell? My hormones are all over the place, so if I'm yelling, I'm sorry. You could just turn down your volume. Hey, Francesca. Yeah, my hormones are, ooh, all over the place, all this medication and stuff. I'm sorry, I work every Wednesday night. I know you do. I know. I found out about it last night, but tried to feign ignorance. I guess I've never seen that word. Yeah, I figured that would happen. I was still hopeful, though. I know. I don't have Netflix. Technically, I don't have Netflix either. It's my mother-in-law's. I have all the other streaming services, like all of its hours except for Netflix, because my mother-in-law, it's just her and her husband, and then, like, we watch it, and then that's it. Like, no one else watches it, and they don't hardly even watch Netflix either, so they pay for it, and we're really the only ones that watch it. So we're like, sure, why not? I agree with the cancellation of Gentleman Jack in the Wilds because they had a terrible season 2. Agreed on Gentleman Jack. A lot of people don't agree with me on that, which is fine. I completely understand. I think if Gentleman Jack fixed itself and ended up being nothing like season 2, I wouldn't say nothing, but like season 2, I'm sorry, but season 2 was so boring, and a lot of people disagree with me on it, but I could hardly get through season 2. And, like, a lot of times when I'm watching a show, I hate it when people look at their phones and stuff because I try to give, like, my full attention to the show or the movie or whatever. Even Gentleman Jack, I was on my phone or whatever because I was bored. And I was like, I want to kind of watch it. Like, you have that sense of, like, you wanted to watch it, but then it wasn't catching your attention enough. So then you were kind of bored, but you didn't want to turn it off. Like, that's how I felt with Gentleman Jack Season 2. Season 1 of Gentleman Jack was way better than Season 2. Yes, I am more upset about the Wilds. Amazon has the cash to finish it. They do. I guess it was having to do with The Boys. The Boys ruined season 2, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. A lot of people say that on Twitter, too. A lot of people say that it was because of The Boys for season 2. I heard that it didn't get renewed because First Kill is US based. Yeah, but a lot of Netflix stuff is US based. Not everything, of course, but quite a bit of it is US based. Cancel Netflix has been trending all day. I expected both to be canceled. The Wilds because people didn't watch season 2 because of The Boys. I know. So the only thing why I didn't dislike season 2 of The Wilds, I hate that the whole show, I mean, not the whole show, but like 80% of it was The Boys, and then our girls only had the 20%, and then it was irritating. And I didn't like that part, even though I thought it was still a good season, but like I wanted more girls than boys, and that was the complete opposite of what we got. And I think that's what made everyone kind of upset about it. But First Kill and Teenage Bounty Hunters were great. I know. And even, like I said, even Julie and the Phantoms. Julie and the Phantoms was great. Julie and the Phantoms isn't really typically a show that I normally watch, but I love Julie and the Phantoms. And even Anna, who definitely never watches that stuff, she absolutely loved Julie and the Phantoms. She calls it Julie and the Vampires just to, like, you know, because Anna's, like, too cool, so she doesn't want to make it seem like she was into it. Like, so she, like, fakes the title or whatever, but she really liked it, too. That stupid, boring series called Manifest is #1 in Chile and Ugly Betty original show, and they canceled the good LGBT shows like Teenage Bounty Hunters and First Kill. I know. I don't get it. Hashtag Hulu, can you help the fandom? I know. For my video coming out tomorrow for Motherland Fort Salem, I shared the petition link in the description. So at least there's that for Motherland Fort Salem. That stupid boring series called Manifest. Oh, I already read that part. Sorry. Now I have to resort to fan fiction if I want any new First Kill content. Pretty much. Also, I heard that HBO Max might be removed, like no longer being a streaming service. Why? I haven't heard that. Even though it's the best one. Season 2 either flops or makes the show. No, I agree with you on this, on the season 2, because the season 2, because the season 1, any show can have, depending on the show, a lot of shows have a really good season 1, but a season 2 is, can they carry that hype from season 1? It doesn't, I'm not saying season 2 has to be the same as season 1. I'm just saying, can they still maintain, like, I don't, the vibe, or like, you know what I mean. But I think most shows should get at least a season 2. Most. And then we can judge by that point if it should have a season 3 or not. I'm convinced if season 1 is good, then season 2 is bad. The Wilds and Rebelde are prime examples. See, I heard a lot of people still... I'm not finished with the Rebelde. I watched episode 5 or 6. I can't remember where I'm at because my brain is so scatterbrained on all these, like I said, all these medications. My brain is, my short-term memory is ridiculously, like, terrible. So I have alarms that go off for, like, everything. Because as soon as I remember something and I'm like, shit, I need to do this later, I have to set an alarm for it. Because if I don't, I'm going to completely forget, and then I'm going to hate myself for it. Not bad, but, like, not popular. Yeah, speaking of, what I was saying about Rebelde is I didn't think it was bad, at least so far. It's just very different from season 1. But I maybe got halfway, I know that I've watched at least episode 5. I just can't remember if I watched episode 6. So... Netflix is just lesbophonic. Is that a word? Lesbophonic? Lesbophobic. Not bopho... I don't even know what I was saying. Bophome... No, I think I said it right the first time. It just sounds weird. Gentleman Jack was awful. Season 2, the actor is now playing a lesbian detective on a new series on Peacock with Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. I saw something about that, and I was like, oh, shit. Because I saw something... on YouTube. It was like a short or something on YouTube, or something on Twitter. It was either on Twitter or a short on YouTube about Rose Leslie's recent stuff, and then one of them was her with Saran Jones from Gentleman Jack. I was like, oh shit. But Saran Jones, like, she likes to play she likes to be a part of the LGBT community when she plays stuff, because she thinks that they should have more representation. So I think that's cool. The only show that I am waiting is for season 2 of the Yellow Jackets, and I really hope they save Motherland Fort Salem, because it's getting better and better. Well, definitely Motherland Fort Salem, yes. I mean, definitely Yellow Jackets, too. It's funny that you say Yellow Jackets, because I'm making Anna watch Yellow Jackets right now, because it's totally up her alley. And we're on the very last episode, and we'll probably finish it tomorrow. But, yeah, she really likes it. So I was like, I knew it. I knew you would like it. But, so I can't wait for season 2 of Yellow Jackets, and then I really hope that Motherland Fort Salem gets picked up by some other streaming service. Rumors are that HBO Max will be merged with Discovery Plus, so everything on there will be canceled or converted to an HBO original. I also saw a First Kill petition once. Do we have one? If we have one, then I'll sign it. Do you know why it was canceled? No. I wish, you know what I wish? If streaming services canceled a show, I wish they would tell us. I really wish they would. The only thing that I can think of, because you can't say it wasn't popular, because it was like the second biggest show on Netflix. It was like right behind Stranger Things. And yeah, okay, it's not going to beat out Stranger Things because it's Stranger Things. But like, it was number 2 in the whole like the whole world, or like the whole, like this whole area or whatever. Like, it was number 2. I'm pretty sure worldwide. So it wasn't because of like views. I just think that it, in my opinion, maybe it was the fact of that it, like, their major demographic was LGBT community and no one else. That's the only thing I can think of as to why they may have canceled it. Because I could kind of see that with Teenage Bounty Hunters. And the thing with Julie and the Phantoms is they got a little bit of LGBT, but it was primarily like a teenager type of show. Like it is steered more toward teenagers. So that's the only thing I can think of. And I know First Kill, like, they didn't have a big budget anyway, so it's not like Netflix was gonna lose a fuck ton of money. So I don't think it was that. Yellow Jackets got renewed on episode 2. Yellow Jackets is the shit, let me tell you. Watch Paper Girls. I'm planning on reacting to Paper Girls right after Rebel Day. I think that's when I have it on there. Yeah. Right after I get done with Rebel Day is when I'm planning on reacting to Paper Girls. Rebel Day Season 2 is just so much going on, and they were in every character arc or changed. Everyone's character in the soundtrack doesn't hit like Season 1. I agree with you on all of those points. I do think like almost every character has changed. But that could be a good thing or a bad thing. With some of the characters, it's probably not a good thing. And they haven't had a good, like, their music hasn't been as good as Season 1. But I also think that that's because their characters have changed, and like, it's a good storyline, though. Like, their storyline for Season 2 is really good. But, like, some other stuff we're missing, like how Season 1 was better than Season 2 for some of the stuff. My wife watched Paper Girls with the oldest and loved it. I want to watch it. It's on my list to do next. Oh, I'm, like, running out of breath. And also, my nausea's super terrible, so hopefully I don't, like, you know, have a fit while streaming. My nausea's really bad in around the afternoon to nighttime. They say First Kill was canceled because the viewership wasn't enough to make a return in profit. I think that that's bullshit. I think that that's a half-truth. I think that their viewership was mainly LGBT community and not more diverse, other than, like, it was just the LGBT community and not, like, any other demographic, because, like, that's the only thing I can think of. My words aren't coming out right, but I'm trying. You should just know what I mean. But, like, yeah. It's the whole diversity of the demographic is, I bet, why it got canceled. And that's the same, I'm pretty sure, with Teenage Bounty Hunters and Julie and the Phantoms. I can almost guarantee you all 3 of those got canceled for the same reason, because all 3 of those were amazing and have very good views. Did you see The Wilds got canceled? Yeah, I'm very upset about that one too. I know, both The Wilds and First Kill got canceled within like a couple of days of each other. Because the First Kill, they announced First Kill was canceled last night. I don't know if Rebel Day is going to get a season 3 because lots of people don't want to finish it due to what's going on with Annie and Amelia's characters. Don't tell me any spoilers, I'm not done. I know, but I have seen this stuff so far, at least. I'm halfway through season 2, so I can kind of get it. Go to Twitter and mobilize. Does it say like why Netflix canceled it? I mean, someone else did say it was because of the viewership, but I think it's half bullshit. Yes, in Chile it was #1 for a week for First Kill. I think that they can't really come out and say that that they canceled it for the demographic, for the lack of diversity in the demographic. I totally think that that's what it is, and they can't come out and say it. So they just say it didn't get enough views, because it got enough views. For it to be #2 for, like, worldwide or whatever, they just don't want to make even more people upset by saying what it really is. The decision came down to a matter of viewing numbers versus cost. Yeah, again, It's half bullshit. It's sad because the mothers in First Kill are so hot. I know. I even watched an interview with them where they were like talking about how they both like they made it seem like they were flirting with each other. So I wanted it to last so long. But it didn't, unfortunately. Not even LGBT, it's mostly just sapphics who want lesbian shows, and that's the sad fact, because everyone watches what is MLM? I know women like the WLW, but I don't know MLM. Maybe you meant W? I don't know. Anyway, because those shows, but it's never the same for the, oh, I should have read the rest of your comment. I get it now. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my point though. Like, because it was, I told Anna, and the way I described it is a lesbian vampire show. And so that's even a part of the LGBT community. You're only going to get the lesbians. So it proves my point even more that it's not enough diversity in the demographic. When are you going to watch Dark Season 2? At the very latest, it's the beginning of September. That's what I have it on my list. I think issue with Rebel Day was that they filmed Season 2 at the same time as Season 1, so they didn't get to see the audience reaction. That could have been it, too. That's why maybe if they do have a Season 3, then maybe they can kind of fix it. I really liked Dark. I really do. I'm probably going to rewatch the first season when it gets closer to when I'm going to do Season 2 so that I can refresh my memory and to see if I can pick up on anything that, like, maybe I missed from Season 1. And maybe try to see if I can figure out a little bit more things, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we would have gotten more Indy and more MJ as a lead singer and less Esteban and Hana, since that's what was more wanted. I don't like either of their characters in this season at all, Esteban and Hana. I'm glad that we got a little bit, like Andy actually sang a little bit in this season, at least so far. So I really like that. And then I think MJ is the best female singer, other than Andy. Are you going to react to Pretty Little Liars? Do I have that on my list? I did at one point. No, I don't have it on my list. I did at one point, and I have it under, I think, the recommendations section or whatever. But it's not on my list, but we'll see. I don't think anyone's really asked me about it, though. I watched the original Pretty Little Liars, but that's all. I haven't seen the sequel, and then I haven't seen the prequel. Wait, I'm pretty sure it's the prequel, right? The prequel is the one that just came out. Am I right? I know it's like called The Original Sin, so I just didn't know if that was like a sign for like prequel or what it was. Or if it was just like a spinoff. I think they got canceled because of the critics' reception. For which one? First Kill? I watched the first episode of Pretty Little Liars, and it's very different and good. I think Pretty Little Liars should have been on something like HBO. It just makes more sense than what it originally was on. My guess is this season they tried seeing what we like best. Duos, solos, or bands. I could see that. Netflix cancels everything for no reason. Pretty much. Like The Society, it was so popular and they canceled it. I haven't watched The Society. I heard about The Society, but I never did watch it. But I agree. I think Netflix just cancels everything for some odd reason. Maybe people did not finish a show, but that will hurt the show. Which one? Rebel Day? What about Sarah? What about Sarah? There's like no. You have to give me a little bit of context. My brain is all crazy right now. The Wild's cancellation pisses me off. The writers were awesome. Acting, cinematography, and music so spot on. Season 2 had less runtime for episodes for girls, but they needed to set up the storyline for the boys. I know, and I get it. Like, the whole point of the boys, I think it was a good idea to bring in, like, a separate, like sex or, like, gender, whatever you want to call it, like, to bring in a whole nother thing was smart. I think that they needed to do that. But I don't think that they should have had the whole season 2, like, 80% of the show be the boys, and we got very little girls. I mean, I'm over exaggerating, but just by a little bit. Just by a little bit, because there was a lot more boy stuff in season 2 than there was girl stuff. So I think if they would have had more girl stuff with just like a slight bit of boy stuff and like introduced them like a little bit into there, then we would have gotten a season 3. What's up? What are we talking about? Cancellations of like everything. First Kill, Motherland Fort Salem, The Wilds. Don't watch Rebelde Day because has a younger me. It was huge, the original show in Latin America, so no Rebelde Day for me. I get it. What's that? What's what? I was late for the live, but what the fuck, Netflix is lesbophobic as hell. Hi, by the way. Hey, what's up? What is it? Oh crap! You told me your name last stream, and I can't remember. Was it like? I want to say maybe like, I don't know. I'm not gonna remember. Apologies. But yeah, no, I agree. Someone else said that Netflix was lesbophobic too. For real, I'm pissed. For real, First Kill. Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, the critics tore First Kill up before it even had a chance, and so many people jumped on the hate train because of it. Like, First Kill really had everything stacked against them. Yeah, they kind of did because, and I remember talking about how the critics were like, the CGI was terrible, blah, blah, and like, yada, 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 which I get it, they're critics or whatever, but like, also what critics need to understand is that it's a season 1 and they don't hardly have any money to begin with when it's a season 1. So they did the best that they could with what they had, I feel like, which it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Like, some people compared it to like Buffy, and I'm like, it's not as bad as Buffy. Buffy's like over 20 years old. It's not over 20-year-old CGI. It's not that bad, but like, I don't know. I remember that though. Pretty Little Liars Original Sin, it has the same has a bad guy, slasher, and gruesome, and has a text, but it's like a new version of Pretty Little Liars is darker and less teen angst in it. Then I would probably like it. I like dark shit. Watched it without reading any reviews. I enjoyed it. That's why I can't read reviews on shows. I just kind of have to have my own opinion on it. Some of my favorite shows I feel like aren't like that huge. I mean, I say that, but I think all my top 5 favorite shows of all time are pretty big. Except for, well, Rosalian Isles, I don't know if it was like big, but I mean, it was on for a while. Pretty Little Liars Original Sin is amazing. Why don't you guys tell me this then? Like, I always kind of have to wonder what I'm going to do next. If you guys let me know, like, what you want to see, then comment that shit so I know. People are still trying to get First Kill back and it's canceled. Do you think that could happen? It happened with Winona Earp. I mean, look at Winona Earp. Winona Earp was canceled. I mentioned this earlier to like our friend. Winona Earp was canceled. Not once, but twice. And it got brought back. Both times. Like, it got brought back. And so there's a chance that a fan base can save a show Definitely. I definitely think that that's a possibility. And then also look at Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai was on YouTube, and then YouTube canceled it, but then Netflix picked it up. So there's another example. Like, it can definitely happen. It's just like it's not going to happen to like every show that gets canceled. So, you know, if it's between First Kill and Motherland Fort Salem, I choose Motherland Fort Salem because it's Motherland Fort Salem is like, it hits the heart for me. And so, in my opinion, like, if I had one show to choose from between Motherland Fort Salem, First Kill, Teenage Bounty Hunters, what else got canceled? Well, Teenage Bounty Hunters is a little bit old. Like, there's probably no chance we're going to get that back. But, like, The Wilds, that's another one I was thinking of. But between all of those shows, oh, that'll be a fun poll. I think Motherland Fort Salem. Hold on, I'm going to put a poll out. If you could choose to save one. Why do you keep doing that? Jesus. First Kill. Stop. Why is it doing that? The Wilds. I feel like... Is there any others that are, like, new? I'll say that. I'll say those three. I'm just curious. Okay, now I have to go back to, to where the last comment was that I read. Oh, here we go. But what we got was good from the girls' latencies. I know. That's another thing. Like, I wish it would have gotten a season 3 so that we could see more of that ship. A small update on Rebelde. All the actors are mad because they are in the dark and don't know anything about what will happen with the series. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And also, the Rebelde soundtrack was supposed to come out on Spotify 1 week ago, and they also don't know why it hasn't been released yet. I don't know. I'd be mad too. Hey, what's up? ISDL14. It only took 3 episodes, and you have... Oh my god. You have not missed much in Pretty Little Liars. You should 100% react to it. We'll see. I have to do Paper Girls too. Everything is either. You know what's crazy is that everything comes out at like one time, and then like, so everything comes out in like 1 week, and then the next week there's like nothing to do, and so I'm like, shit. Like, my monetization, like if I ever showed you guys, my monetization is like super high 1 month, and then the worst that it's ever been the next month, because like everything comes out in like 1 month, but then nothing else comes out in like the next month. It's crazy. Yes, take to Twitter and get vocal. You got to mobilize. I've been sharing, I don't think I shared the petition on Twitter or anything, but I share stuff on, like, YouTube and, like, other stuff, so I mobilize, I don't just mobilize on Twitter. Yeah, for me, too, does anyone have show suggestions? Depends on what you want to watch. I can give you just show suggestions, but depends on what you like in a show, and or like what you want to end up seeing. Like if you're more into like romantic stuff, comedy, dark shit like me, suspense, I don't know, something like that. Let me know what you're into and I'll give you a show suggestion. I'd rather have Motherland Fort Salem get saved than First Kill. I mean, that's me too, but it's because Motherland Fort Salem is my everything. Have you watched Money Heist? La Casa de Papel. No, I've not watched Money Heist. Well, unless, are you talking about the movies, or is there a show of some sort? I don't know. I've watched the movie. Talder, we have to have more Talder, so it has to be saved. I know. That's another reason, of course. Did you see the trailer for episode 8 of Motherland Fort Salem? No. I think I was about to watch it, and then I ended up doing something else. I don't know. A lot of times I don't watch the trailers for the next episode, because then I get, like, so excited or whatever, and I'm like, I freaking, like, have to wait a whole last week. I also have to stop binging shows, because I'm done, and now I feel empty. It depends. Like, if I'm not reacting to something, then I'll watch, like, one episode a day of whatever I'm watching. Like, it's funny that Mikey isn't in here today on the live, because I was going to talk to him, because I finally started watching one of his shows that he recommended to me. But I watch, like, one episode a night, because I can't stay. I'm the type of person that as soon as I lay in my bed, I pass out. So I try and, like, watch one. I hold out everything, every last bit of, like, wokeness that I have. That's not the proper word for that, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, every bit of energy that I have, I try to hold on to it to keep my eyes open for, like, one episode at night, and then I pass out. Motherland, it has a soft spot for me. I know. Me too. I can't choose between the three. Oh my gosh. Where is it at right now? It tells me what the top one is, but I'm not surprised at how it's performing, but did you see episode 7? Oh my gosh, Alder in Tally's room. I was like, yeah, it happens. I know. Well, because in my reaction, you'll see it tomorrow, but in my reaction, I was like, oh shit. I was like, we're getting a little bit of Talder, and she's in her bedroom. I fantasize about shit happening all the time between, like, characters, and so, yeah, I'm definitely like, ooh. I'm such a dork when it comes to that shit, though. HBO Max is expected to lay off around 70% of their development staff. Sounds like they're not doing HBO Max scripted shows anymore, with HBO taking over, so less scripted shows overall. Do I even watch? The only HBO original that I watch, I think, is Harley Quinn. Do I watch any other HBO Max shows? No, because Gossip Girl was utter shit. I could not. I even tried to give Gossip Girl a second chance, and I'm like, this is so bad. There's other shit too. Let me see. Probably stuff that I haven't finished, though, because it's, like, all in my... Where's it at? Oh, there it is. I know Harley Quinn's on there. Gossip Girl's on there. But I haven't finished Gossip Girl. I tried to watch Irma Vep, but I couldn't get past the first episode. I need to watch it. I need to watch Irma Vep. Maybe I'll watch it at night or whatever. But I remember I was sick when I tried to watch Irma Vep, so I couldn't, like, get through it because I was sick during that time. Celine, or Andy, in Rebelde has finished shooting a series called Yellow. Her character is likely to be queer, and her partner in crime is in love with her. I hope you react to the series. We'll see. Hey, I love your reactions, especially when you get excited for something that's never going to happen, like Talder. If it does happen, I'll buy you a beer, because I kind of want that to happen also. You'll have to buy me a beer in, like, a year, because I can't drink right now, but I'm sure you're right, but I have to hold out hope. I'm naturally a pessimistic person, but when it comes to, like, my queer fandoms and my queer ships, whatever you want to call them, I have, like, all the hope in the world. And I'll get my hopes up every freaking time, but it's just me. It's just the way that I have it. And the thing that, like, I hold on to is the shit that, like, Jessica posts about Talder, where she's like, my wife this, my wife that, and, like, I'm like, oh, it makes me hold on to Talder. And so, yeah, I don't know. So, but I love that shit, though, honestly. Like, the slow burn is the best. like, but the queer baiting makes me mad because of course I like get my hopes up and then it doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen, then they queer baited pretty hard. But we'll see. As much as I love Motherland Fort Salem in the wilds, oh shit, my chat thingy is being all funky. I can't lose Sarah, Catherine, and Amani, especially after only one season. I get that. I love all three of those shows, but like, if I had to save one, it would have to be Motherland Fort Salem. Money Heist, the Netflix series, is amazing. You should watch the Spanish version, not Korean. I didn't know that. I can't believe there's only 3 episodes left of Motherland Fort Salem. I know, don't remind me. I have to go. Oh, bye, Francesca. Awaiting $18.99 from Dark Creators on Netflix. Interesting. The Stranger Jonas actor is leading actor. Is this a coincidence? That'll be cool. I've never seen The Wild. Should I watch it? If that's your type of show to watch, if that's what you like, then yes. It's about like these characters that get stranded on an island and like they're being controlled, and they did it like it was on purpose. Like the plane crash was on purpose. And like I'm trying to tell you things about it without spoiling it. Like just the typical general stuff. But it's very interesting. So if you like that kind of thing, it's got a little bit of LGBTQ in there. We are all the nerds for TV romances, and Harley Quinn is my jam. I love Harley Quinn. She did Euphoria? Who did Euphoria? Oh, did you ask me if I did Euphoria? I don't even remember seeing that comment. I only watched the first episode of Irma Vep, and I'm so glad I didn't waste my time on the rest of it. I didn't even get, like I said, I didn't even get through. I got like halfway through the first episode because I was sick, so. Is Harley Quinn good? Can you enjoy on without being into Marvel or DC? Yeah. Yeah, because I don't really enjoy Marvel or DC that much. I mean, at least the movies and shows and stuff. Like, I love the comics, but, yeah, Harley Quinn is very different. It's not your typical Marvel DC stuff. Well, technically DC because Harley Quinn's DC, but I don't really know how to it's just completely different. It's very super sexual. Pretty like gory and stuff. I mean, it's like cartoon, so just think of like the cartoon like Family Guy, like comedy wise, but then you also add in like more gore and like sex. First Kill is not the first and definitely not the last lesbian show Netflix cancels, and I hate it so much. Yep. Join the club. We're the club. House of Dragon this month. Not sure. We'll wait to resubscribe until Succession Season 4. I plan on doing House of Dragon. We'll see. We'll even see if people want me to do House of Dragon. It's like a question mark on my schedule. Because I am going to watch it one way or the other, but I don't know if I'm going to react to it. We'll see. Don't worry, I'm with you with the hope you're not alone. Talder would be dope. I know. I want it so bad. And, like, being that, like, Alder is, like, my ultimate crush of, like, all time. Lynn Renee, like, I have the biggest crush on her. So, like, her with a younger girl. Because, like, I have a thing for older women. So, like, it would just, it's my ultimate fantasy ship ever to, like, see that happen. So I think that's why I'm also super, like, deep into Talder. Generations, but that's gone also. Oh, Generations, but that's gone also. Yeah, I watched Generation, is it Generation or Generations? I mean, I watched that. But yeah, that one's gone too. I'm worried about Warrior Nun. Me too. I didn't even think about Warrior Nun. That's coming out in like wintertime though. But I'm kind of worried about it too because it's lesbian. Well, the thing that might keep Warrior Nun alive is the fact that it is not just lesbian. It's got like more stuff with it too. So maybe. I heard Sadie Sink from Stranger Things might be joining the MCU. As who? I wonder. My brother has been trying to make me watch Money Heist for years, the Spanish version. Everyone says it's good. I think I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it. I'm so pissed I canceled it. Yeah, I know. We're all there. I'm a straight male and queer content doesn't bother me at all. It's human. If the show has good and interesting writing, I'm all for it. Yeah, I mean, that's the same. I feel like, I mean, I don't want to speak for the rest of the LGBT community, but for myself, like, 90% of the shit that I watch is straight content. Like, I mean, I don't care as long as it's got good shit. Like, I don't care if they're, it makes it even, for me, it makes me feel like I can relate to it more if there's an LGBTQ representation, especially if it's a lesbian one, because I'm a lesbian. But, like, I'm not going to not watch a show because it doesn't have LGBTQ representation in it. I'm honestly just popping in for a sec, but oh, you're pissed about First Kill being canceled. I know. I'm also worried about Warrior Nun. I know. You're gonna make me worry about something that I wasn't even worried about, though. Now I'm gonna start worrying about it. First Kill had all my favorite I don't know what that is. Shit. I don't know if you were just censoring yourself. Vampires versus hunters, lesbian relationships, and cute love stories. First Kill is amazing. It's really good. I found out First Kill was canceled from you today. Kind of bummed about that. Why don't they let shows grow? I don't know. I hate to be the one to tell you, but I didn't mean to be the first one to tell you. Obviously it's like the biggest thing right now on Twitter. Well, at least on my Twitter, because that's like all my shit that's on Twitter right now. But like, is because of the cancellation. So that's why I want to talk about it. The biggest guess of who Sadie might play in MCU is Songbird from the Thunderbolts. I could see that. I'm probably going to pop back in a few piece. Okay. Sounds good, nobody. But like it's so sad. Let's see where the poll's at right now. I haven't even seen it yet. Well, I mean, I'm not shocked by the way that the poll is going. I'm really not shocked. But what is going on with my freaking thing? My chat is like being funky. Can you go away now, please? Oh, thank you. Okay, finally went away. No, not Warrior Nun. Please don't let me think about it. I know, like, I was not even thinking about Warrior Nun, and now I'm, like, afraid for Warrior Nun. Season 2 hasn't even happened for Warrior Nun yet. Maybe that's why everyone's scared, though, because the fact that it hasn't even had a Season 2 yet. And that's why everyone's worried. They better not touch that show. I hope not. I hope the author of the original story or the writers of the show write a book as canonical sequel to the series. I don't know how to say that word. I need more of the story. Which one? First Kill. Are you talking about First Kill? That would be awesome. I know that there's a short story of First Kill. You know what I thought would have been cool with First Kill? Is if they would have given it more... of course, if they didn't cancel it and then they just, like, kept doing it, then they could have had... What would have been cool is they could have had a prequel of, like, how, like, the parents like met and like their whole thing, because they've got this whole like backstory and like Romeo and Juliet shit going on too, and that would have been cool to see. So not only did they miss out on the rest of First Kill, but then they miss out on like a possible like prequel right there. I would have loved to have seen a prequel of them. That's what fan fiction is for. Yeah, and like like but we want to see it though. I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth between if I love to read something or if I want to watch it. Like I'm finishing This Is the Last Book of Killing Eve, and I'm halfway through it. Almost halfway through it. And this is good. This is, honestly, the books are probably better than the show. Although, I really like season 1 of First Kill. So, season 1, and then the books. Like, really damn good. So, you know, if the writing is amazing, I would love to read it and have my imagination go wild. But I don't know, but, like, but Lynn Renee for me, I have a huge crush on her. So, of course, I want to see Lynn Renee being some sort of LGBTQ representation. I don't know. So I go back and forth. Depending on what it is, I go back and forth on, like, what I would want. I hate that it was canceled. I know. We all do. What are you laughing at me for, Nerea? I honestly think that they may keep Warrior Nun alive. It's the fact that Avatrice? I feel like it's Avatrice since it's Beatrice. Wait. It's not Beatrice. It's Beatrice. So, Avatrice. Avatrice is most likely a slow burn, and it's not a show that's strictly about the gay ship, if you know what I mean. No, I know, and that's where I was saying, like, I think it would have more of a chance than these other shows, because it's not, like, I wouldn't describe Warrior Nun as, like, an LGBTQ show. Like, it's got a whole lot more stuff in it, not just LGBTQ, so it could go, like, further. Oh, and this, like I said, the slow burn shit is the best. As long as there's something to look forward to at the end, I'm all for a slow burn, but I hate being queer baited. I only have one streaming service and it makes me mad. Netflix is slacking. I have, like, all of them. Well, all the big ones. I don't have, like, Peacock or Paramount or, like, any of those or anything. Ooh, that's a good idea. See, the wrong people get paid to come up with interesting stories. Shit, if I can get paid for, like, coming up with ideas, that'd be cool. For shows. I mean, that's a little bit of what I do now, but, like, in a different type of industry. I literally cried the whole day remembering the end of all those shows that got canceled. None of them had a good ending, just Atypical maybe. I just don't get it. I know. Well, the thing with Atypical, you know what was funny is the first season sucked, in my opinion. But, like, because I remember watching the first season and I hated it, and then I'm like, I'm not continue watching, because I try to give at least a show, like, a first season. I watched it, hated it, swore I was not going to watch the rest of it, and people kept recommending me to watch Atypical. Like, they kept, I'm telling you, it's probably the biggest recommended show for me to watch was Atypical. And I kept telling people, no, I refuse to watch it because season 1 was terrible. And then everyone was like, no. You gotta watch. You basically have to start it at season 2 because, like, season 1 was just terrible. And I did. And then I ended up really liking it. But season 1 was just terrible. And I didn't give it another shot, you know, but canceling First Kill was a stupid decision. Agreed. Yep, we're all in agreement with that one. We are never going to know if Oliver or the sister was the villain. I know. I think they both are. They both are and they both aren't. In my opinion. Is this studio execs looking to U.S. politics about LGBTQ content? I just don't get it. Who friggin' knows? I don't know what goes on with our government either, so. Killing Eve broke my heart at the end, but great show nonetheless. Well, everyone told me, because I watched Killing Eve, and I agree that the ending sucked balls, but everyone was like, oh my gosh, the ending is so different in the books, so you have to, like, read the books. So I am, and I'm almost done. I'll finish it. I'll definitely finish it by the next time by next Wednesday, for sure. Because I just started watching it. I just started reading it yesterday, and I'm already almost halfway through. This one is the best book, is the last one. It's very different from the show. Very different. Really, you managed to say Avatris wrong? Cassidy, a shame. Nerea, listen, you know me, though, and you know I can't pronounce shit for the life of me. That and my brain is wonky right now. Avatris is hard to figure out how it's pronounced, right? Because you have to, like, that's why I was like, Beatrice, and then I have to, like, say Beatrice, and then, you know, obviously Ava's Ava, so then you're like, it's like a whole thing. So thank you for backing me up. I feel like I'm always angry at what, like, shows and stuff, or do you mean in general? So true, slow burn is great, but it has to lead somewhere. Agreed. Slow burn is the ultimate best thing. Slow burn. Like, and I'm talking about the slowest slow burn that you could get. Just, like, little tiny hints of, like, underlying affection and, like, attraction. Like, just the slightest little things. And then, but let me tell you, once we finally get to the end, then go all at it. Like, that's the best way. Best way. And, like, that's why I love sometimes when you see in a show, like, and I always talk about it, I'm like, they're gonna do the pinky thing where they, like, hold each other's pinkies, and I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's like a part of the slow burn when they have to, like, hold each other's pinkies, and then they, like, slowly, like, grow to, like, hold their hand, and then it's like the physical slow burn. It starts out with the pinky, and then it goes to the hand, and then, like, it either goes, like, up the arm or, like, wherever it ends up going after that. Slow burns wrote me in so easily. I don't know what ISTG is. I don't know. I'm basically like an old person. Hold on. ISTG. Oh, it says, I swear to God. Oh, okay. I feel dumb sometimes. I'm definitely like an old person. Okay. What time is it in your country? I live in Florida in the U.S. So it's 7:56 here. p.m. 'Tis almost 8 o'clock at night. Remember how many times you've said my name wrong? No! I said your name right the first time, and you were like, wow, because no one else gets my name right, and you actually said my name right, and I remembered because I never get names right, but I got your name right. I remember. My short-term memory may be shit right now, but I remember some things. Why does the wind before a storm hit so much better than the real wind, or the regular wind? I don't know, but I know what you mean. I don't know if you mean metaphorically or if you mean literally, but I get you. Especially in, like, places where it doesn't hardly ever rain or storm. So, like, I grew up in Arizona because I'm from Arizona, and I grew up there, and anytime, oh my God, let me tell you, the smell of the rain in Phoenix, or I guess in Arizona in general, like the smell of the rain, oh my God, it's the best smell on the planet. And I was telling our friend the other day, because we went on like a walk or whatever, and it was about to storm or rain or whatever because it's Florida. So, and I was like, you know what's the best smell? And I was like, it's rain in like a deserty place, you know, a place where it just never rains, and like the smell of the rain. And then she, has never been to the West, says, yeah, I love that smell. I'm like, you don't know what that smell is. You have never smelled it. I was like, me and that friend, we have like a a type of relationship where we like piss each other off and call each other bitch all the time, but that's just our friendship. And so I'm like, bitch, you don't know what that is. And so it's like it's the best smell on the planet. We need more in between shows. What do you mean in between? ISTG is, I swear to God. Yeah, I had to look it up. Not just old, but boom old? I don't know what you're trying to say there. Like, not high school, but not midlife crisis, if you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? Not like high school, but not like midlife crisis, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? When you were talking about we need more in-between shows? Yes, and Enemies to Lovers is good too. I think that's why Bridgerton was so good this season. Oh, I love Enemies to Lovers. Oh, it's the best. Other than a slow burn, that is the best. I totally agree with you. Oh, it's so good. That's how, like, what is it? Shoni? That's their ship name? Shoni. Yeah, because they were enemies to lovers. Yeah, very good. If they did not queerbait Once Upon a Time with Regina and Emma, that would have been a good enemies to lovers. LMAO, it's 2:30 a.m. in my country in Italy. Oh, dang. Why are you up? Dude, I go to bed at like 10, maybe. At like the latest, I go to bed at like 10. But I could honestly, like, the way that I go to bed is as soon as the sun goes away, as soon as it's night, as soon as it hits dark, it's pitch black. As soon as I hit the bed, I'm out. I'm gone. Slower the better. Agreed. I feel like if it's super quick and like they like go all in for it like already, I don't know why I'm doing this motion. It's kind of weird. Like if they just go all in and like it's super quick and I'm like, like it doesn't make me ship them necessarily because I'm like, we didn't get anything from them. I don't know. That's me and Cassidy. We bicker all the time. Oh yeah. I do that with some of my, like, I wouldn't say closest friends. I mean, Nerea, I feel like Nerea and I are pretty close. But, like, I mean, like, physically, like, in real life, not, like, web, internet-wise. Some of the relationships that I have with people that, like, I have with the closest people, we have that relationship where, like, we just get mad at each other and cuss each other out or, like, call each other bitch. But I'm like, it works. Like, that's our friendship. New York over here. What up, Italy? What up, Florida? What up? I secretly hate Florida. I love Florida, but then I also hate Florida. I love Florida for, like, its beaches and Disney World. And, like, some stuff. We have some stuff here. Okay, we have some stuff here that I like. But government-wise, people-wise, weather-wise, sometimes the weather. Like, in the wintertime, I love it because it doesn't get, like, cold. Although Anna loves the cold. But, I don't know. We've contemplated moving. We just moved here, like, 2.5 or 3.5 years. 3.5? I don't know when we moved here. I feel like it's 2.5 years. I think it's about to be 3 years in October. But when we moved here, so we've only been here 3 years, but we kind of already want to move, just because so much has changed in Florida in the past 3 years. I don't know. If the government doesn't change here in Florida anytime soon, then we'll probably move. We just don't want to raise our child in a state where they can't talk about their family life. because I feel like they're going to be at school almost more than they will be at home. And the fact that they can't feel open enough to talk about their home life at school is just kind of ridiculous. And the fact that they could get in trouble for it is really fucking stupid. So, we just don't... Anna and I kind of grew up in a place that was like that. Both of us, so we don't want our child to grow up in that same type of environment. So, I mean, we have a list of places that we would want to go. The only downside to moving is I don't think my parents would ever move, and being that we're trying to start a family is going to be really hard to move away from my parents. Anyway, I know that I kind of like went on a short little tangent there, but anyway. If we went I don't know. I would say if we went anywhere, it'd probably be up north. But I really like the West too. Like, I'm from the West, and I would love to go back to the West. But Anna loves the North. Anna loves the North. So I've just never been to the North. So I told her, and I said, no matter, like, we made a list of places that we would be interested in moving to, but we would want to go see those places first. And, like, check them out and then make a decision. We don't want to move from Florida, but if it doesn't change, then we will. Oh my gosh, my friends and I greet each other as "Hey Hooker," True Blood reference, East Coast or West Coast of Florida. I don't know if I want to say. I don't really say exactly where we live, because I've gotten, not that anyone on here is a creeper, but I have gotten some creeps DM me, and they like want to know where we live and shit, and I'm like, nope. Just Florida. Like, we just tell people Florida. I literally haven't seen all of Motherland Fort Salem season 3. I have seen like 2 episodes, and I'm kind of scared to watch it, but I don't care about spoilers. Why? It's so good. This season is so good. You need to watch it. For sure. You need to watch it. Like, I want a coming to age show, but like for life. Coming to age show. I don't know which one I could tell you. The one that hasn't been canceled. I don't know. A coming to life or coming to age show. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Ryan and Sophie from Batwoman was an enemies to lovers slow burn, I think, and I love them. Yeah, it's good. It's great. Calliope and Juliet are the definition of enemies to lovers. Is it? I mean, I guess they are technically. I was going to say, are they enemies to lovers? I was going to say, are they lovers to enemies? But it could also be enemies to lovers to enemies. And then we were hoping back to lovers. Have you watched Everything Sucks? It's a short women love women show. Or women love women? I don't know. And it is really, really cute. It has practically no reactions, and I don't get why. I think you should watch it. It's enemies to lovers in the 80s. Everything Sucks. What's it on? I don't think I've even heard of it. Yeah, because your ass lives across the country. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, because we were talking about a relationship. Yeah. 10, I wish I was you. Oh, like bedtime? But, so my thing is I can fall asleep so quick, but I cannot stay asleep. I am one of the world's lightest sleepers. And, like, anytime Anna, if she, like, turns, and the thing is Anna has restless leg syndrome. And so she moves her legs all the time, so I especially don't get any sleep. Yeah, I'm like, luckily Anna doesn't snore, because if she snored, I don't think that we would be able to be together, because I would definitely not get any sleep. Florida is its own country. Yeah, and it's dumb. It's a dumb country at that. I don't know. The government definitely needs to change here in Florida, or we are going to leave. I have family that lives down there. Beautiful land. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here in Florida. For sure. Beautiful. Like, land is pretty. Beaches are awesome. We live not far from a beach. We live like 5 miles away from the beach, which we never end up going to. I mean, we do sometimes. We're just so damn busy. I mean, there's so much stuff here in Florida. So, like, my thing is, though, like, I don't really care. Like, I could be a person who lives on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Or, I could just live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. I mean, what I would love is I would love to look out my window and see mountains. Like, I would love to live in the mountains. But it's like, I mean, I don't really care. Like, I could always just go visit the mountains and get my fill of the mountains. So that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is, like, obviously, we're trying to raise a family, and I want the best for our children. And Florida is not the best for our children, we feel like, right now. So we have a little bit of time, though, before they would end up having to go to school anyway. So if it doesn't change in the next, like, 3 to 4 to 5 years, then we're going to leave. I just rewatched Everything Sucks yesterday, and I agree with you. Totally give it a watch. What's it on? Always do what is best for your family. Oh, I know. And we talked, shit, where was I at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, and I told my parents, and because they totally understand too. Because we've talked to my parents. We're both super close to my parents. And I've told them, which is, they were kind of the whole reason why we came to Florida. Because they were going to move here. And so we're super close with my parents. And that is the one thing that I'm dreading, is moving away from my parents. Because I always wanted, I never grew up close to my grandparents, and I missed out on that, and I was very upset. So I was like, well, when we have a kid, I want them to be close to their grandparents. So now we basically have to choose between their, like, education and their, like, the way that they could be brought up in a society and everything versus their family. And, like, how shitty of a decision is that for us to make? For them. Because they're not going to be able to make that decision. We have to make that decision for them. Until they can become the age that then they can decide for themselves what they want to do. And so that's a really shitty decision for us to try, that we would have to make. As our family compared to the child's upbringing and what we want for them. You know, like, it's really a shitty decision if you think about it. Anyway. Such a shame it was canceled. It was an amazing show. Somebody tell me what it's on. Netflix sucks, that's why. Was it on Netflix? I canceled my subscription long ago. It was getting so bad with cancellations. Oh, Netflix. Is there a show that navigates a person trying to find their career in social circle? Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot. You have to be more specific or something. Because a lot, I mean, you could theoretically say that, like, most shows are that way. You can compare and, like, have shit be like a metaphor for something. I'm planning on binging Motherland in a day or two. Planning. Oh, well, I read it as planning anyway. Yeah, do it. It's very good. Very good season. Oh my god, where am I at? Florida's awful. I understand. Get out the vote 2022. Oh, I know. We are definitely voting. For sure. The sex lives of college girls may be gone. Another article just came out saying tomorrow some news is coming out regarding HBO shows, including the sex lives of college girls and Harley Quinn. Oh, no! I didn't even think about sex lives of college girls. I mean, I know that it got renewed for a season 2, but, like, I didn't even think, like, if HBO is not going to be a streaming service anymore, then shit. I can see Harley Quinn being picked up by another network, but the only thing is like, what? I guess Hulu? I mean, I guess Netflix could do it too, but at this point, I think everyone's just wanting Hulu to pick up everything that's being canceled. Everything Sex is on Netflix. There's Sydney Sweeney in it. Oh, okay, okay. Oh no, this is the first I'm hearing of that. Which one? What are you talking about? Have you seen The Old Guard on Netflix? No, I haven't. I know, like, I've seen it on Netflix, but I haven't, like, watched it. Like, they are saying HBO may not produce scripted shows anymore. It's going to be, like, 70% of layoffs. Yeah, I know you told me. But I didn't even think about, like, Sex Lives of College Girls or, like, Harley Quinn. Hopefully they're not on there, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, you know they're going to freaking keep House of the Dragon or whatever. Is that... I'm pretty sure that's HBO, not Showtime. I'm pretty sure it's HBO. Okay, guys, I'm Googled it, and I'm having a quarter-life crisis. Why? I love the Sex Lives of College Girls and Harley Quinn so much. Please no cancel. I know, right? Nuria, wait. The Sex Lives of College Girls is getting canceled, too? It's a year that I'm waiting season 2. Well, we don't know that yet. It's because we don't know if HBO is not becoming a streaming service anymore. And Sex Lives of College Girls is on there. It says tomorrow morning some news is going to be out about a certain list of shows. I'll have to look out for it. I think I'm following like HBO Max and like Netflix. Like I did that on purpose so that anytime that anything comes out, then I like see it on my Twitter page or my newsfeed, whatever the fuck you call it. They are filming season 2, so maybe they will cancel after season 3, but I'm really hoping not. Yeah, surely. I mean, because for Sex Lives of College Girls, they probably are already filming it, if not done filming it, and like maybe now in the editing stage, so that I don't think that would really make sense for it to be canceled, but Gossip Girl, Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin, Sex Lives of College Girls, Peacemaker, Our Flag Means Death, Minx, Titans, and Harley Quinn. That sucks. Those are the shows on the list. I don't know if it means getting canceled. All it says is that some news will be released regarding those shows. I mean, it's probably not good, though. Like, if they flat out give a list and they're like, stay tuned, like, it's probably not good. But it may make the jump with the merge of Discovery Plus. Anytime I think of Discovery, I just think of, like, the freaking, like, Earth Channel or whatever. Like, I don't think, like, or the Nature Channel or, like, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's the only thing I think of when I think of Discovery. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. How could they cancel Pretty Little Liars? How could they have canceled First Kill? Or, like, all of these other shows that are canceled. I mean, I know that they're not HBO Max shows, but, like, every show apparently is getting canceled. It's saying because HBO Max is laying off 70% of its scripted shows. I thought HBO Max was quite popular and good with viewership. I'm not from America, so I don't know much. I think it was a while back. Like, everything was on HBO, like Game of Thrones, True Blood. There's more shit, too, but I'm, like, trying to think of, like, The Newsroom was slamming, even though it was, like, only had 2 seasons. HBO had some really good shows. They really did. They were big back then, but honestly, like, they haven't really had that much stuff going on. Oh. My hips. I'll be binging lots of anime to learn how to speak Japanese and get drunk. Gotta enjoy being young while you can, right? I'll tag you in the thread, Cassidy. Oh, okay, yeah, do that. Because those are the most popular shows, so I don't see them getting rid of it. We'll see. Have you seen NCIS Hawaii? No, I haven't. Kate, Lucy, Ernie, and Tennant are my everything. I don't know who those people are. Kate and Lucy are so cute. I hope to see them under... Oh, you're talking about for NCIS Hawaii. I get what you're saying. I don't understand HBO Max piece out streaming it where it's at. Disney Plus is, The Wire Girl and Sopranos. What show did I say I was going to watch at night? Irma Vep was one of them, but I don't know if I want to do that. Shit. There was another one I said, but I don't remember. You'll have to remind me. See, this is why I have to put alarms on everything. I have to, like, set myself an alarm. It's annoying. Casey is so cute, I don't care. I have seen some things where people don't like them because the writing. Cassie, I legit told you to watch it and you said you would. Which one? I don't remember. I need to, like, write this shit down. I'm telling you, like, pregnancy brain is legit, and I'm not even pregnant yet. I'm just on all of the medication that, like, tricks your body into thinking that you're pregnant so that I could be pregnant. I love Irma Vep, but the thing with Lori and Mira pissed me off. Oh, I thought I had my chapstick. Damn it! It's in the bedroom. I think the scene when Kate sang was quite cringy, but I still ate it up. NCIS Hawaii is what I told you to watch. Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of, but I'll watch it. I have, like, so many shows that people want me to watch, and if I'm not reacting to it, I don't have that much time to watch shows. Cassie, I tagged you in the thread, and I have to go soon. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for tagging me in the thread so that I'll remember it. Well, I'm glad. I don't know when you have to go, but I'm glad that you came in to see me today, because I missed you. I'll probably honestly have to jump off soon here anyway, but we'll see. We'll see how long I can last. Luckily, my nausea wasn't too crazy. Honestly, I could have just had some, like, gum or, like, Jolly Ranchers. I have gum and Jolly Ranchers, like, over there. Because I heard that was good for nausea. That bites, that first kill was canceled. I know. I know, we talked all about it. It's a really big bummer. Cassie, can you please do a reaction to NCIS Hawaii if you want? If not, cool. I just don't know when I would have time. Like, I could watch it before I go to bed, but I don't know, like, because pretty much the rest of the year is scheduled out for me. I say that, but I'm waiting on, like, release dates for some things, but I have, like, a general idea of, like, when they're coming out, so... I'll try to come in more often since I'm starting to work mornings. Bye, Cassie. I'll see you next week since I work mornings. Okay. Bye. I'll see you next week. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. I don't know if you mentioned this, but what's your opinion on Umbrella Academy, the newest season? It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite season. I like it. I still think it's very, like, Umbrella Academy-esque. But it's not my favorite. Umbrella Academy has an issue that, in my opinion, it's an issue that they have to be careful of to not get trapped into, and they kind of are. And the thing with the Umbrella Academy is they recycle content every season, so it's you can almost guarantee that certain things are going to happen in each season, which is they're going to go back in time, aka save the world, and somebody's going to die, somebody's going to get brought to life, or brought back to life. Like, they do the same shit every single season, and they have to be careful. They need to change it up, and they have to be careful. Because if they do it again, like, I don't know. Did they even get renewed for another season? I feel like they did, but I don't remember. But, like, people are going to get annoyed because it's the same thing over and over and over again. It's very similar to, like, what I compare Once Upon a Time to, because Once Upon a Time was a brilliant, amazing show, but it should have ended after season 3 because they started just recycling the same shit over and over and over again. Which the writing kind of went downhill for Once Upon a Time. I feel like if they came up with like fresh ideas and like they would have done some things, then like Once Upon a Time could have ended up being like amazing and probably stayed in like my top 5 favorite shows. But they didn't really change anything in that show. And that's, so anything that doesn't, if they stick to the same thing every time and they just change like little bits and pieces to try to make it seem like, oh, it's totally different, whatever, when it's really not. They just change the little things. I just think it's kind of laziness, and I don't know. So that's the thing with like Umbrella Academy. Umbrella Academy is very similar in that way, because the same fucking thing happens every season and you can't tell me it doesn't. Although I like it. I like the character. That being said, I don't think it's a terrible season or a terrible show, but they need to fix them. They need to fix themselves. They need to not have lazy writing. I think honestly that's what it comes down to. When the content just kind of recycles itself, it's just lazy writing. And writing is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing to a show. Probably one of the most important things, but like it's pretty damn important. Tell Lucy I said hey. Dude, where the F has been... I have not seen Lucy in like forever. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you're talking about the same Lucy, but... Have you seen Thunder Grace from Black Lightning? No, I have not. I love them. I agree with you. I skipped multiple seasons of Once Upon a Time. That is it. Once Upon a Time had the same shit happen every single season. And it's very similar to Umbrella Academy because they go back in time. And it's just, they changed, what they did with Once Upon a Time is they changed perspectives. And that's how they said that they were different each season. Well, but this season we took a look on how everything looked from Captain Hook, or we took a look at like, what if the roles were reversed? What if instead of Snow White and Prince Charming, it was Regina and Emma, and like, like they did it. They did that shit, and you can't tell me they didn't. They recycled the same shit, and it's lazy writing. Have you seen the short film Heart Shot? No, I have not. It's on Netflix and it's about 15 minutes. No, I have not seen it. I haven't heard of it either. I didn't know that they had like short films. I'm trying to think if there was another show that also had like recycled content a lot. I just know because I remember Once Upon a Time, because Once Upon a Time was one of my favorite shows. And like you could ask my mother, because that show originally came out when I was a teenager. Yeah, I was like a teenager. I was like a senior in high school or something. And I would go and like I would tell my mom, and I'm like, bye, it's Once Upon a Time. Like that's what I used to say all the time. It's Once Upon a Time. And so I would go in my room and watch Once Upon a Time. And then like, so that was my thing every Sunday night. Like I specifically remember when it came on, when I watched it, and like everything. It was one of my favorite shows of all time around that time period. And so like I think that's why I remember that one so specifically, because I loved it so much and it went downhill because of lazy writing. And I'm so mad. Have you seen Jennifer's Body? I think I did a long time ago. Either that or I thought I did and I just saw bits and pieces. That could be a possibility too. You ship Way Hot? Of course I ship Way Hot. You have to ship Way Hot. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's another show that did that. I know that there probably is, but I can't think of anything right now. I don't know. But, let's see. What have I got going on this week? Tomorrow is Motherland Fort Salem. And then are we finishing Rebel Day? Yeah, I'm sure we're finishing Rebel Day because I think there's only 5 episodes left. I think there's 5 episodes left. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're also starting Paper Girls. Hold on. Yep. So, all the stuff that's coming out, Motherland Fort Salem tomorrow, and then Rebel Day, and then Paper Girls. What's your favorite woman love women ship of all? There's a lot of them. Caitlyn and Vi are pretty high up there. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta Google them. Let's see how many. Lexa and Clark are pretty high up there. I named my dog after Lexa. There's also Delphine and Cosima and Orphan Black. Some of these things I have never even heard of, or I think they're like shit. I'm trying to see if I'm trying to remember if I like Googled anything. I know I have. I know I've like, let me see.
What are you doing?
Let me see. Oh, you know what? I know what my favorite is without even looking at my search. Is it Bali? B and Allie from Wentworth. Favorite woman love woman ship of all time. Bali. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, is Bali. That's my favorite, hands down. Grey's Anatomy recycles for 15 seasons. Grey's Anatomy recycles for all their seasons. I mean, I watched like the first 8 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, and then I had to stop because of that reason right there. You ship Camellia? I don't know who that is. Hold on. Let me see who it is. Oh, that's Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, I don't know. I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy recently. Yes, Paper Girls. Okay, well, I'm glad that you all are requesting it now, cause yeah. Have you reacted to Fear Street? I don't remember. I did, but it's only on my Patreon. I didn't ever end up like editing it and putting it up on YouTube. I probably should, but I didn't. And it would be kind of a pain in the butt if I tried to now, because I'd have to, because after, like, I delete all my shit. I don't save it all, because I do like daily content. You know how many like SD drives I would had to have for all that? No, I like delete. I keep like a week's worth of like content, and then I like delete it after so many days. Do you ship Samina? I did. Yeah, I didn't even watch the show when I shipped them. I just watched their like fandom videos or whatever. I just read up on the HBO and discovering merge. I can't believe they are doing it. It's kind of insane. They will be scrapping all HBO scripted content. So weird. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I miss when Fear Street was trending. I know. I think they're doing something. I think they're doing, like, they're planning on doing something else. Like, I think they're planning on doing, like, spin-offs or something. Fear Street was, like, all the rage when it was out. I was so excited. It was so good that I binged watched all 3 movies in one day in one sitting. I don't even think I took a break. I think I, like, took a break for, like, maybe 30 minutes to eat, and then I went right back at it. And I remember, like, reacting to them, and I was like, and I think in the very first one I was like, okay, I'm gonna do one today, one tomorrow, and then one the next day. And then that did not happen at all. Have you seen Thor Love and Thunder? It's pretty gay for a Marvel movie. No, I haven't seen it. I might once it hits, like, Disney Plus or whatever, but I didn't think it was worth the money to go to the movie theaters for. I'm in the minority. Oh, geez. I like She-Hulk CGI. Oh, wow. You're definitely in the minority. She-Hulk was originally on my list to react to, but then I'm like, I think Paper Girls was coming out around the same time, and then, like, another thing was coming out, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, no one had said anything to me that they wanted me to do She-Hulk, and I'm not a huge superhero fan anyway, so I'm like, I'm just gonna switch it. I keep asking ships because I don't know what to ask. I mean, I'm pretty much an open book. You can pretty much ask me anything. Trust me. That is such a weird thing to do when you have so much cool scripted content. Like, who made this decision? The streaming services will be filled with reality shows. Like, what? Reality shows are so boring to me. I don't know. Same about Samina. From what I know, they're doing a series of Fear Street, but I hope it'll be good because it's my favorite movie and I don't want them to ruin it. Yeah, hopefully. That'd be a kick-ass series, though, if they do it right. Have you seen Summerland? It is an absolutely amazing movie. I think it's on Apple TV or Amazon Prime. No, I haven't seen it. Alrighty, guys. I probably need to jump off of here for tonight. I got to do a lot of things, and my nausea is like, woo. So, I just want to make sure that I don't have to, like, randomly run out on stream. I'm new. Who's Anna? I'm guessing your significant other. Yeah, Anna's my wife. We've been together for 4.5 years. Yeah, 4.5 years. Technically. We met on Tinder, and we were, like, we were fuck buddies at first. And then we ended up growing to be girlfriends, and then I proposed, and, all that lesbian shit. I'm glad I got to see you live. You're such a chill person. Thank you for your reactions. It helps with us introverts. All the best with your family. See you next time. Peace out, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for jumping in. I'm a huge introvert, too, so this is my way of, like, communicating with other people that I feel okay doing. So, yeah, thank you for coming in here. And I'm glad that you see me as a chill person. And I take that as a compliment. But yeah. But anywho, yeah, like I said, tomorrow is Motherland Fort Salem. And then we're going to finish Rebel Day. And then start Paper Girls. I think that's pretty much it. This was my first live. Thank you. It was nice. Yes, if you want to come back, I do it every Wednesday at the same time. It would be nice to continue conversations. I just got here, saw the stream, because I'm on a sad train from First Kill getting canceled. I know, we all are. Well, I will see you later. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, come next Wednesday. I do this every Wednesday, same time. The only time if I may not do it is if something happens, but then I always tweet about it or something. Like, I always let you guys know, but or I just, like, reschedule it for, like, the day after or the day before if I know something came up. But anywho, I will see you guys next Wednesday. All of this show is coming out. Always leave me a comment on like different videos of the day to tell me like what you want me to do for recommendations and stuff, because I always look out for that. Or tweet me. Whatever. Some people just tweet me too. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a good night, a good rest of your week, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Bye, guys.